Dr. Rauni, we are having a lot of chaos in the world today. We have a lot of challenges, having a lot of uncertainty about wars breaking out, about a lot of stuff. And people are so much in fear. Many people are so much in fear. We need to empower. We need to empower the true light, the true power in people. And we can say that peace comes from love and war comes from anti-love.
That's well said. But again, you have to think of the 7 billion people on this planet. How many are aware of their own power? How many are aware of all the deception that authorities are giving to them daily in mass media? Especially when it concerns so-called war, which can be invisible with electromagnetic fields. People just get depressed, they get zombified, students more and more can't pass their exams, so it's invisible. How can we change that? And I think really the only way is to shake them up, really shake them up, and when they start seeing with new eyes in a way, then we can do something. We can change the world. We can change the war to peace, but it takes all of us. And the question is, are people willing? Are they willing really to stop with their daily chores, with their daily work for even 5 minutes a day and send love and light to this planet and to those who are warmongers?
But we need, the media, of course, has done a lot of harm, you can say, because people, they are so conditioned and influenced by it. But we need to focus on what we truly want, what we really wish to experience in this world. It's like, when we look at the Avatar movie, it's like the two scenarios. We have the military complex running their show, you can say, and then we have the true nature people, you know, the fantastic world. We have the, you can say, hate contra love, actually, in how it's illustrated in that movie. And, you know, we should all focus about what we truly want to experience. And because, you know, everything, as you always say, is energy. And whatever we focus our attention on, or our intention by the power of thought, we become. So it's very important that we shut off the television, and we are very, we very concerned about we put our eyes and ears to.
Well, the media is totally controlled, that we know. There is not, I don't think, a single journalist who can do whatever he wants to and write and reveal things. There's always somebody breaking in and saying no, and if you really continue, you just get thrown out of the whole newspaper. That is the problem. But the very important thing you said is focusing. And also, what you hate, you become. I've learned that in my own life.
Exactly.
You know, I've said sometimes that I would never do that. I would never, ever behave like that.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, and I'm catching myself doing exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I just stopped that, hey, why did I do this? That is how life teaches us.
Yes.
And when you condemn somebody in the way that, you know, you're doing this wrong, you shouldn't do, and I'm not talking about war, because I don't think there's a single person on this planet except the elite who wants war. Usual people don't want war.
Yeah.
But if you condemn some traits the person has, the sexuality a person has, the way of life the person has, if you condemn it, you're becoming yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it may be so slow process that I sort of smile and say, if it doesn't come in this life, it comes in the next, with interest.
Yeah.
But the focusing is extremely, extremely important. And you can do things with your mind. You can influence people. You can make them do things physically. I remember I was once at a meeting in Finland, a health meeting, and there was an interesting person. I thought, I'd like to talk to this person. And I concentrated, hey, come and sit next to me. It was a smörgåsbord, to my table. And the person did not. Went all the way to the other side of the room, put the plate down, and then I really concentrated, like, now you come here. The person was like hypnotized, took the plate, turned around, came straight 20 years towards me, sat down and said, can I sit down? And I said, yes. And I want to ask you, what did you feel or do, because you were already at the other table, you hadn't sat down, but the table was, the plate was there. person said, it was a lady who was a teacher in a nursing school. It was a medical nursing meeting. And she said to me, it was as if somebody had thrown a lasso. It came through here and, pulling, and you were pulling it. I was flabbergasted. All I wanted to know why she was commenting. She was commenting in the seminar something that I thought was interesting. So I wanted to talk to her. But can you imagine? She felt that I was throwing a lasso and pulling it just by the mind, but just by the thoughts. And we all have that power.
Especially now, because you say that the power of intention or the power of thought, due to, you can say, the vibration is rising on planet Earth, or Mother Earth is gaining cosmic consciousness, you can say. So we are climbing up, you can say, and that means the power becomes more fast, you can say. Everything is moving faster. Evolution, it's not time that's speeding up, it's evolution, it's creation, because we are reaching the time period where we will become seriously co-creators. And this is what the power elite, they don't want us to come, and that's why we have all the wars. We have the spiritual wars, you can say, in the real so-called reality, and then we have all the invisible wars on the mind and the psyche and the heart and whatever we are being fought with. But I've experienced during the last 6 months that actually since September 2009, things have started to become really fast, and it's amazing how fast things manifest. And it's really, sometimes it's scary, because I just thought about this yesterday, and now someone contacts you on the computer or calls you, and this opportunity or whatever is being attracted into the field. So actually we are creating so fast now, and therefore it's so important that we focus on exactly peace, and love and unity, as we say, with because we can really, we have so much power, but people are not aware about the power they have. So, yeah.
That's right. And how do we wake them up? I mean, maybe our talk can make somebody react and think. And we can send the love vibrations generally to the planet first, of course, and then to some nations, then especially to the elite who is waging war, and individuals. Well, and it does have an effect. Absolutely. I've had so many incidents, these quote, that prove to me that the power of the mind is the biggest power you can have. It's bigger than all the bombs. It's bigger than the electromagnetic fields when you know about them. Exactly. And use it against them. But if you don't know, you're just a victim.
We saw today, we had these two great experiences, you can say. We bought the roses, and you gave the woman in the post office a rose because she gave you an envelope. And she was like, her whole day changed immediately, and she was waving to us when we went out of the shop. And the other woman as well, two hearts were just like, boom. And, the roses, they don't cost really anything. It takes so little, and people say, oh, but it takes so little. I enjoy doing great things like, buying some books that has been the last stock, but a funny book, and then wrap them up in paper, go to the street and ask people, can I ask you 2 questions? And they say, oh, this sounds religious. I say, no, can I ask you 2 questions? Are you good at receiving a gift? I said, no. Then I said, then you can learn. And, you get the reaction immediately, and it's just fun, You say, why did you spend, let's say, 200 euros on that? But, the energy and the experience you get from that is 10,000 euros, because it's so, you create so much energy out of nothing, out of thin air.
That's right.
And we have free energy, and the free energy is our enthusiasm, and
Yeah, when you just do a little tiny thing to somebody who is not known to you even, just to make the day happy or whatever, that energy spreads. It's like you give it and it spreads.